6:13 and all new on Wake Up. Common car seat mistakes. They're so easy to make and they can be deadly. News 4's Teresa Weekly just stepped outside our studios. She's there this morning to explain what all we need to know about involving these car seats.
Yeah, good morning, Jordan. You know, you try to tighten up the straps in your car seat as best as you can, and you try to do everything you need to keep your kids safe. But I was making a common mistake, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. I met with a pediatrician who has two of his own kids, and what I found out, what we're going to share with you, may have you changing your routine.
If you have a toddler, you must decide at some point when to put them in a front-facing car seat. Dr. Don Pickard had that conversation with his wife about their two children.
You don't understand. They're bucking and screaming and crying because their legs are bunched up. And I said, honey, I can fix legs. We can fix legs. We can't fix spinal cord injuries. When those happen, that's it.
The most recent recommendation says 2 years old, but this doctor says that's the earliest you should make the switch.
The simple answer is that you should keep your child rear-facing for as long as possible.
Even beyond 2 years?
Yes. If they are small and they fit and they're comfortable, it's so much safer to be rear-facing than forward-facing.
A child's proportions are much different than an adult's. Their heads are larger compared to the rest of their bodies. They also have weaker strap muscles in their neck. Dr. Pickard says in a crash, that's why their heads can jettison forward, often causing spinal cord injuries that can kill them. These crash test videos show the difference between a toddler in a front-facing seat whose head flies forward. And then there's the toddler in a rear-facing seat whose head is cradled and protected. Parents often make another big car seat mistake this time of year.
I changed my morning routine with my own 3-year-old, Kathleen, after talking to Dr. Pickard. I have her in her seat in a puffy coat. You have it tightened up as much as it'll go, this part right at armpit level, but watch what happens when I take her out of this coat. These coats hold a lot of air. That's how they keep our kids warm. Unfortunately, it also keeps the seat straps far away from their bodies. Strapping her back in and rebuckling, look at how much space there is between the car seat belt and her body. That's why it's so dangerous.
Watch what happens to this crash test child dummy. On impact, she flies out of her jacket and her seat. This doctor and dad suggests you layer your kids in a sweatshirt and take the puffy coat off in the car.
And I know this is, as a parent, that this is labor intensive, but when you look at the videos of what can happen in a jacket, it makes it worthwhile to do.
So in my car, you can see I have a rear-facing seat and a front-facing seat for my 1.5 and then 3-year-old. We're about to have to upgrade the rear-facing seat to a bigger one that still faces the back because weight restrictions are one of the most important things you can look at, and height restrictions as well. And we have an RN from Sisters Hospital coming into the studio at 7 o'clock. She'll be talking to us about the workshops they have available that can really help you learn how to make these decisions best, and really a lot of things that you might not realize you need to know when it comes to keeping your kids safe in their car seats. We also have that information for you online. You can find it in the Found It On 4 section of WIVB.com. Jordan.
Teresa.